Hello guys, welcome to our class. Today I'll discuss to you on how to implement bottom navigation bar to your application. So let's start. So in our scaffold, we'll be adding the property which is the bottom bottom navigation bar, and then we'll be calling the bottom navigation bar widget, and then we'll be calling the properties which is items. So the items property of the bottom navigation bar is in a form of list, so that means you can add multiple items on this property or using this property. So items, then we'll be calling the bottom navigation bar item. So just double click this one, and then so as you can see there is a icon property here. So I'll be adding an icon. Then for example, on our bottom navigation bar, the first item is the home. So calling the icons dot home. So we'll try to run our application. Just press the run button or just press F5. So we found an error here. So the error is failed assertion, line Y96, pause 15, items that length greater than or equal to 2 is not true. So that means we need to add more bottom navigation bar item to satisfy this or to answer this error. So we'll be copying this one, bottom navigation bar item, and then for example we'll be adding an icon here which is the store, for example. Then let us try to save our application or have to reload it. So another error is every item must have a non-null title or label. So I'll be adding a property which is label. In the previous version of Flutter, we use or they use title, but for the latest version, they change it to label. So for example, it is home, and this one is store. So run, Ctrl S. Okay, so just take note of those errors. So you need to add at least 2 items, and you need to specify the icon of the bottom navigation bar item and its label to avoid those errors. So let us check the output. So here is the output. So we have the home and then store. Okay, by default the selected item is home. So we'll be adding a interaction or an action on these two navigation bar item. You can also add more additional, or you can add additional bottom navigation bar here. For example, we'll be adding another one. So bottom navigation bar, item, icon, icons dot search, for example, and then add the label, which is search, then Ctrl S. Okay, so let us check our output. So we have 3 navigation item here. So we have the home, store, and the search. So we'll be adding some stuff here so that when the user clicks on the store, the selected item will be moved, or the store will be the selected item. So another is when the user click on the search item will be the selected item. So by default, the home item is selected. So let us try to change the selected item. So we'll be using the property which is the current index of the bottom navigation bar. So let's say, for example, we'll be setting the default value or the default selected item into store. So we'll be assigning the value of the current index into 1 and save. And then the selected item is the store. And for the search, let us change into 2. Then Ctrl S. Then we have the search. So by default, the value of the current index is 0. Ctrl S. So the home item. So let us add another property, which is the on top property. So that means when the user clicks on or tap on the item, this will be this property will be executed. So we have a default parameter of the on top property, which is the index. So the index variable will hold the index value of the item once the user clicks on the or tap on the item. So we will be adding another variable, which is so we'll define an integer variable, which is the current index is equal to 0. And then the current index will be set as the value of the current index property of the bottom navigation bar. And then we'll be calling the setState method here, and then current index, the variable that we define, is equal to index. So what will happen here is, since the default value of the current index is 0, then we assign it into the current index property of the bottom navigation bar, which is 0. So the default item will be the home, but once the user clicks on the other item, the on top property will be triggered, and using the setState property, the current index will be changed to the index value, the item that was pressed by the user. So let us try that by saving our project. Ctrl S, and then click on the store. As you can see, the selected item moves to the store, then search, and home. Then we'll be adding a page here, so that once the user click on the store page will be displayed in this section. And another, once the user clicks on the search page will be displayed in this part, in this section, or on the body part of the Flutter project. So as you can see, the body contains a container widget, but it is empty. What we need to do is we will define a list page is equal to, then in the form of array, the first page will display a text widget which is home, then another widget, so we should have three widgets here. So we have the text, which is the home, store, and search. And then we will set as the value, or as a child value of the container. Okay, so we have a problem here, so we need to specify the index, which is the current index. Okay, so let us save our project and try our application. So we have the search as the selected item here. So we have the home, store, and search. So if you want this text widget will be displayed at the center of our application, so we'll be adding another widget, or we'll be enclosing this page list into another widget, which is center child, so that the page will be, or the text will be displayed at the center of our application. So as you can see, the search text widget is displayed at the center of our application. Okay, as you can see, it is working. So you can implement a simple application using this bottom navigation bar. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. See you on our next videos. God bless.